Okay guys, bit of a different video today. I'm not going to be just kind of talking at you. I guess I am, but like I'm going to kind of be doing this freestyle. I usually write up a few notes, but I have the Halloween Ends like official synopsis that was released with the trailer. And yeah, I thought I could just have a read through it with you guys. I'm sure you guys have had a read through it now, and I just wanted to kind of give some of my thoughts on, the information that we've been given at the moment. So yeah, let's read the synopsis. So 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison and is finishing writing her memoir. Very interesting. Obviously, we know about the 4-year time jump. I did think there was a big possibility of Laurie living with Allison. I imagine they'd kind of stick together after everything that had happened to them. They've both lost a lot. But a big part of me did think that maybe Allison would end up going traveling with, the little bit of money that Laurie did give her. I know it wouldn't get her far away enough for 4 years. But maybe she did just decide to, go away, travel, and then built something upon then and didn't really ever return to Haddonfield. I thought that was maybe an option. But they're living together. That's cool. No mention of Hawkins living with them. I did kind of predict that him and Laurie would maybe even be married now very early on. It's one of the first videos on my channel, I think. But who knows? They may still be seeing each other at least. I don't know. But she's finishing writing her memoir. Very interesting. I did wonder what Laurie would have been doing to kind of keep herself busy and almost like vent. I obviously imagined a lot of therapy, and she's had a lot of therapy. Who knows whether we'll get to see that in Halloween Ends. Reading that she's going to be finishing off her memoir, I think it just makes sense. It's nothing too major. She isn't this crazy, massively different person, I'd imagine. She's just kind of dealing with the trauma that she has and trying to move on, which I really like that they've done that. I like that they kept that simple and pretty realistic. But moving on, Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Interesting. Since making a video on it, have been pretty adamant that he may have been caught again. None of the ideas really were ideas that I loved and thought I want to see him in this situation, that situation. Except from the death row, I thought that was so cool. Obviously, the script for Halloween Returns that never got used. Something like that I'd have been very, very happy to see. But I guess he's just disappeared. This is what a lot of people predicted. So yeah, Laurie, after allowing the spectre of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. Again, a little bit more on Laurie's character development over the 4 years we've not seen her. I think it's pretty spot on what a lot of us thought. And obviously from the trailer that we did see, I like that she's more put together. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself on like what I said before about Laurie. But yeah, no, I think they've absolutely got this spot on. I don't think they should have really done this any other way. I think this is exactly how Laurie should be acting. So moving on, but when a young man, Cory Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control, once and for all. This Cory Cunningham, this character is going to be so important to this film on maybe even what makes the film great or what ruins the film for a lot of people. I know there's a fair few people that are switched off by this idea, but I'm not necessarily switched off. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I'm intrigued at the same time. It's made me want to watch the film a lot more to see what they've done, because I think it's kind of made very clear now that they didn't really play it safe with the route they could have gone. Adding a potential of, what we presume is a copycat killer is, in my opinion, risky anyway. Some people may think it's not risky at all, but I think that's pretty, you're gonna piss people off, let's face it. I mean, yeah, they've definitely gone ballsy here, in my opinion. But what I can't knock about it is that it's different. This is not something we've seen before. This trilogy isn't what we expected. This is a big old twist if it's how we think it is. But yeah, he's accused of killing a boy he was babysitting. Leaves it up to a little bit of mystery on whether he actually did it. I wonder whether we will see what actually happened in the film, or whether maybe the first time we hear of this character is on a news report or something like that. Now, I'm not really sure how to take this last little bit, if I'm 100% honest. So it igniting a cascade of violence and terror. I don't know whether they're talking about that specifically as Laurie, like it's Laurie that is feeling that violence and terror. I see it as a more community thing, like how the community also have not recovered from what happened that night. No one saw him again, so the fear is still there, and any little event like this would spike. Almost like a fucking riot. People would panic, obviously. And whether that riot or panic or whatever may happen with like the wider community of Haddonfield, this could force Laurie to, I don't know whether she's going to go after him. By the looks of it, they're in a house for the battle, so it looks like he does go to her. But she's going to be confronting the evil that she can't control once and for all. I think this is a great synopsis. It's got me really interested in where this film is going. Yeah, let me know what you think to some of these points. Do you think that the ending of it as well, with it igniting a cascade of violence and terror, do you think that's about the wider community? I'm not so great with reading, so my guess is that they mean that it's gonna basically cause a big problem in Haddonfield for a lot of people that witnessed what went on in 2018 and possibly even 78 if they're a little older. And yeah, as I said in my previous video, please subscribe, guys, if you like Halloween content. Go check out some of my previous videos, and if you click on the channel now, there's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 more that you probably haven't seen yet from like the past 2 days, maybe even maybe another going up after this. And yeah,